From the applicant, we have received a request for extension. The extension is stated for November 7th. Do I have a motion on the extension? Motion by Babe, seconded by Lena. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none.
Just so I know, was there a reasoning, Larry?
They hadn't completed the work for on the
Street.
plans for Beaver Street, and they needed to go over it with Dominic. He hadn't seen him until today, or yesterday, so
Okay,
we're gonna meet tomorrow,
okay.
Mike and I, with them.
Well, as far as I'm, as the person just came in, they're the one that asked for the dates. We didn't set the date. They could have told us they weren't gonna be ready. If they're not giving themselves enough time, that's on them. This is the
Right.
last one that I'm agreeing
Well,
to.
it wasn't Dominic's fault to,
I'm not saying it's Dominic's fault. It's obviously the engineer's fault. I mean, they're the ones that are asking for the date. If they can't get it done, they should know how long it takes them to get it done.
I think to Joe's point,
yeah,
they requested November 7th. What's the second meeting in November?
Isn't it the 28th? It
well.
was supposed to be
I
the
would-
21st, but
No, we can meet on that, there's no local election. To that point, I think it'd be more appropriate just to grant this one for the date that they requested. and
Okay.
We're meeting with them
Yeah, that's fine.
tomorrow.
I
Mike and are gonna
just
go over it.
relay to them that they better be ready on the 7th. It was their date. They set it up. We didn't. If they're not, they're gonna have to answer as to why.
Yeah,
And the next one certainly won't be the following meeting, I can tell you right now.
Okay. Hearing no further discussion, all in favor of the extension? Opposed, unanimous? We also have the 7:02 public hearing, application of F&D Central Realty for approval of Bear Hill Village definitive plan. From the applicant, I also have a request for grant of extension, again, till November 7th. I have a motion by Joe, seconded by John. Any further discussion? Hearing not, all in favor? Opposed?
who's it first?
Joe.
Oh, okay.
Seconded by John.
thanks.
All in favor, I'm sorry. Opposed, unanimous. We have an amended site plan for 155 Fortune Boulevard.
Don't ask for an extension.
The applicant requests
I
amended
don't have
site
to.
plan approval to allow for the construction of 1,995 square foot addition to the westerly side of the existing building on the subject property. The addition will be used as a warehouse and storage area for flammable materials used at the facility. The westerly access drive and loading docks are to be reconfigured to accommodate the addition, and no impervious areas are being created. The off-street parking requirements are not affected. All other applicable zoning and site plan requirements appear to have been met. Therefore, Larry is recommending approval. From the town engineer, he has the following comments. Dimensions of the proposed addition and setbacks to the side property line should be added to the site plan. Zoning chart should also be added. Drainage hydraulic calculations should be provided for the proposed relocation drain line. From the fire department, they see, they have no comment. Commission on Disability
No comment.
has no comment.
Skip the water.
The water company has their typical comments.
Sorry.
Sir, before you get started, just for the record, if you identify your name and company, but before you do so, just for clarity purposes, the aforementioned concerns of the town engineer, have those been addressed on your plans?
They have.
Okay. Feel free to,
You've got to-
it's all yours.
Sure. My name is David Potter. I'm a managing engineer at Park Corporation and the engineer who prepared the plans that you have in front of you today. The original submission didn't include the zoning table and the dimensions that were requested by the engineer. We provided those in a revised plan, which you all have in front of you, an 11 by 17. We're meeting all applicable zoning requirements with this addition. Regarding stormwater management, which was the second comment brought up by the town engineer, we are relocating the storm drain around the new addition. I can give you a brief overview of the project. On the plans here, it's located at 155 Fortune Boulevard. North is to your right on the sheet. The facility is a pharmaceutical facility. They have manufacturing and office space within. The new addition is going to house some additional storage materials for them. It's going to be connected to the west side of the building. Right now on the west side, it's a very utilitarian area. There's generators and transformers and loading docks. They're going to reconfigure that to work with this new addition. That's part of what we've designed here. The employee parking area and visitor parking areas on the north side of the building, no changes proposed there. There's no change in the number of parking spaces or accessibility as part of this development, as you mentioned. There is a one-way circulation starting on the west side for deliveries. Deliveries enter the site, they come around this way, it's all one way. They have all their own drivers, and that movement works with the loading zone that we've designed for this addition. Part of putting this addition in requires the relocation of utilities. That includes gas, natural gas, that includes electric. It includes a water line, which right now there's an existing water loop around the facility. That'll be relocated, and also drainage. The drainage system, right now, all the stormwater from the project goes out to the wooded portion of the parcel, which is in the south end, and it's going to be the same case following this project. We actually have a small reduction in impervious area. We're adding a little bit of landscape area up here, so you'll have 250 square feet more of impervious area. Of pervious area, excuse me. So there's a drop there. The other benefit to the project is that all the impervious area, or the majority of the impervious area in the existing condition is vehicular traveled, which gets salt and sand. There will now be this approximately 2,000 square feet of roof now. So there'll be a little bit of a plume load reduction from that. It's a different type of impervious surface. The stormwater management system is rerouted around. It's the same size pipe as the existing pipe goes right through here. The new pipe comes right around. We just have a few manholes there. We have maintained the same slope. There were a few drops in the structures, so we were able to maintain the same slope coming around here. And we're changing the material. The material we're putting in is going to be HDPE, which is a little bit slicker. It's a smoother surface. So we actually have more capacity in the proposed condition than in the existing. And that's outlined on a revised drainage utility plan, which we provided you all with the 11x17 copy today.
Looks
So-
good.
Thank you.
Looks fine to
Questions
me.
from the board?
No, it looks fine.
Yeah, I got a question, is, where you're gonna store this new material? Have you checked with the sewer department, is there drainage in that area, or?
No, the sanitary sewer comes out we found the sanitary sewer when we did there was an addition done on this project in 2016 they started work. An addition to the north side, an addition to the east side. And that sewer system comes out the north side, and that was reconfigured when that project was done. So that's been done, coordinated with the sanitary sewer. There's no floor drains or sanitary sewer coming out of this new material storage facility.
But that's a storage, where's the materials gonna go? Is there drains where the material's gonna go after?
There are drains within the building. There are floor drains within the building, in their manufacturing section. And the last project had it's actually interesting, it actually has they have a tank, an above-ground tank in the southeastern portion of the site that we permitted last time. And if there is ever a discharge or anything, it goes to that sealed tank, so it can be properly disposed of.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just the storage of the materials, so.
Okay, babe?
Yeah,
Anyone else?
No.
Pleasure of the board?
Motion we approve the amended site plan.
Motion by Joe to approve the amended site plan, seconded by
I'll do it.
John.
Either me or Lena.
Any further discussion? Hearing not. All in favor, opposed, unanimous. Best of luck.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Bring the Mylar. I got it signed.
That costs extra if I have to come back.
See, the next meeting is November 7th.
Yep.
All right, we have a ZBA variance referral for 7 Venice Street. The applicant requests a variance to construct a 24 by 28 detached garage on the subject property. The proposed garage will be 10 feet from the side property line, 15 is required. The lot is non-conforming as to area, width, and frontage. It should also be noted that this is a corner lot with unpaved turn street bordering on the north. Thus, there will be 2 front yards and 2 side yards. Also, the existing house is placed at an angle to Venice Street. The variance previously granted for this project in 2008, was not acted upon in the timely manner and has since lapsed. Therefore, I recommend the board forward a favorable report to the ZBA.
Good night now.
Good night.
I move for a favorable report to the zoning board.
A second.
Motion made by John, seconded by Babe to forward a favorable to the ZBA. Any discussion?
Nope.
Hearing not, all in favor?
All right.
Opposed, unanimous?
No, opposed.
Oh, four
I don't
in
know why he
favor,
needs a 24 by 28 and why he doesn't bend it.
one opposition. May I have your cover that? We have a ZBA variance referral for 36 Howard Street. The applicant requests a variance to subdivide a conforming lot to create two substandard lots. The existing lot is 329 square feet in area. 45,000 square foot is required in the RC zone. The proposed new lots will be 21,161 and 25,168 in the area respectively. The lot is conforming as to area and contains one single-family dwelling. The dwelling is non-conforming as to setbacks. However, there appears to be no conditions whatsoever related to the land itself or the surroundings that create a hardship. Contrary to statements by the applicant otherwise, the property has been completely within the RC zoning district since at least 1997. Therefore, Larry is recommending unfavorable to the ZBA.
I recommend we give an unfavorable recommendation to the ZBA.
Motion by Babe for an unfavorable. Do I have a second?
I'll second
Second by
that.
Lena. Any further discussion on the unfavorable? Hearing not, all in favor of the unfavorable? Opposed to the unfavorable? Unanimous to the unfavorable.
All right.
May I have your, thank you. Any other business?
There's a new lot coming.
So can I just clarify November?
Take a
meeting?
motion for,
Can you hang
I
on?
move.
my
Just-
apologies.
November meetings, because he had said the 28th before, so I don't know.
Yeah, we can meet the regular time, 7 and whatever the second.
21st then.
7 and 21.
Well, what was the conflict on the 21st?
Well, just that may have been a vote, but there wasn't.
A vote of what?
On election day.
What election?
Wait a second, when is it?
That's
The
what I'm asking.
7th and the
Yeah,
21st?
nope, it isn't.
So 7 and
7.
21 is good? Okay, I just want to.
Well, it's 7 and,
7 and 21.
Is it an election?
I don't know, I
No, no,
got
no.
confused myself, so we're just gonna stick to the 7th and the 21st.
Monday
The
following.
7th and the 21st, huh?
Normally
First Tuesday
scheduled.
following the first Monday. of
Take a
November.
motion by John, seconded by Lena to adjourn. Thank you and have a good night.